If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion fits?
Putting on the Ritz, boom, boom, putting on the Ritz.
Dressed up like $1 million trooper.
Trooper.
Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper.
Cooper.
You're supposed to say super duper.
Super duper.
You know, all I want to do is beat this guy.
What you gonna do to him?
I just want to beat this guy.
How you gonna do it?
He's a bum. I'm going to pound him into the...
Open up.
I'm just going to beat this guy. Mike, you know that thing always gags me.
I'm sorry.
It always gags me. Okay? I just want to beat this guy. He's a bum.
You gotta get to put your mouthpiece in.
I know.
I'm gonna be without your mouthpiece.
Let's try it again. Let's try it again.
All right, I guess.
We can do this. I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta...
You gotta keep it in.
I know what I gotta do. I know what... I got it. I got it. I got it.
And what the hell was that, Phil?
That was a movie called Bolo, a little independent film I was in out of Oklahoma City.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, man. So how you doing?
You're like, I got it. I got it. What's happening, my friend? All right, so listen, big doings last night, okay? You know what? I was putting a show together. I was putting some clips together. I had a WWE clip, and regardless that I work for WWE and Big Show works for WWE, as soon as that clip came on of me interviewing him and him getting hit by the car, bingo, everything freezes up. Things go black, people go dark, and nobody can comment. Cats living with dogs, lightning and thunder, and everything just went to hell.
The apocalypse.
The apocalypse hit, so I put the show back up last night so everybody could take a look at the show. I see today we're both wearing our nice blue T-shirts that present very well on television.
We look sharp.
Here we are, my friend. We're back and bigger than ever. Nothing can keep us away. I will not play another video. The funny thing is that whole Netflix trailer I played for Big Show, that wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
It was just little, WWE, very tight with the copyrights. And as soon as that hit, it was, you're out. It's over, Johnny.
Yeah. We've talked about this before, but, you show 3 seconds of a video like that and we get knocked off the air. But, some dude out of Belarus can hack my Facebook page and keep control of it for a couple of months. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And listen, I did everybody a favor. I said, Phil, send me a song today. We'll put her up on the Suki and Scott page. Give everybody a little taste of what they've been missing. I have a way for you to get a new page. You get a new page, you go at it. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to start a new email, right? You get realphilpaz@gmail.com. You know how to start a new Gmail?
Yeah.
Just start any new Gmail. Come up with do Real Phil Paz, for your Facebook page.
Yeah. And
just go do it through a whole new email system, and you should be able to come up with a new page, and you'll have everything back up and running in no time.
It's worth a shot. I mean, I'm gonna, I sit here all day, twiddling my thumbs because I don't have a Facebook page to put my videos on. But I am putting my videos up on Instagram. So again, people, follow me on Instagram, Philip_Paz_actor, and you can see my videos.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And just come up with a totally new email account that only you know, and you can get back on Facebook. Do Real Phil, because they're putting up video. I got a notification today that you posted a video, and it was like, I don't know, 2 monkeys jumping on the trees, and I was cracking up. I'm like, poor Phil.
Yeah, and I guess if these guys are going to hack if I was going to hack a Facebook page, I guess it would be somebody that has 400,000 followers and gets thousands of views with every video, and so.
Well, listen, here's what I would tell everybody who follows you, because they should just go to that page and unfriend it and unfollow it, and then they don't have to see anything again. And when you come up with a new page, they'll get it going. But until then, this is the place to come to sing those friggin' songs.
Yes.
We got a great show tonight. Dr. Ian Smith is going to join us. He's the new host of The Doctors. They took away that whole panel that they used to have. This is the 13th season.
Right.
And Dr. Ian Smith, we're going to add, if you view our viewers, you want to get questions ready. The guy's got the dieting techniques, the super cleanse, the real super cleanse, the ultra super cleanse. And then we got this other guy. I guess it's kind of a health night other than, you and me singing songs. There is this guy, Eric Fleischman is his last name, but he's known by Eric the Trainer.
Right.
And he's like this Hollywood super trainer to all the actors and actresses. And he's coming on. Wait till you see the physique on this dude.
Oh, yeah.
And, we got it all going, my friend. But until then, what was the song that we posted today?
Was it Sundown? No, Stuck in the Middle with You.
Stuck in the Steelers wheel, right?
Yeah.
Stuck in the middle with you. Kick us up, right? Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Kick us off. Give me a different tune. Start us up, Philly Kid, because you know what? This show's not getting locked out tonight. I'm not running any videos of anybody. I'm not even touching the button. My hands are up here like Kevin Viner when he pulled out that thing from the back of his jacket yesterday.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I'm still amazed about that. But
you know what's funny? I blew that up. And when he was talking to us and had his hand, I was trying to see if anybody was behind him clipping that envelope to the back of his jacket underneath. But I saw no movement, no person, nothing. And I don't know how he did it.
I don't either. I'm still, because I did the same thing. I watched the video over and over and over again, and I couldn't see the trick.
Yeah, I couldn't
find it. It was a trick. I don't think it was a trick.
It was unbelievable, man. And then, it was crazy. All right, let's see. What do we want to do? What do you want to start us off with?
Oh, how about a little Gordon Lightfoot? Some Sundown.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say, that was my first song I ever learned on the, I think I told you the story, right?
No.
My mother was wheeling me in to get my appendix taken out at 10 years old. She said, what do you want? I'll get you anything you want. I said, I want electric guitar. Electric guitar. It's all I want. So she got me the guitar, giant speaker. I was in the house. I still have the guitar. It's got no strings on it. Gordon Lightfoot, his other song. Now I just lost it. The other
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Wreck of the Edmund friggin' Fitzgerald was the first and only song, Phil, I ever learned on the guitar. And I'm like, the legend lives on in the Chippewa. And then I stopped playing it, and my guitar days are over.
Well, I mean, hey, you still got it. All you got to do is restring that bad boy.
I got to restring. I've never gotten rid of that guitar since I'm 10 years old. But listen, so we got Dr. Ian Smith coming up in just a few minutes. He's already in the green room. But
nice.
You got to kick us off because until Labor Day, it's still the summer concert series with you, my friend. So keep it going. I know everybody's pissed because your Facebook got hacked.
I know.
100 million views on that thing. And so, this is your outlet, my friend. You have carte blanche. Kick off the show because there's 10,000 women on here right now from around this country that I'm reading. They love you in blue. Nobody said I look good in blue, Phil. It's just you. Everybody says, Phil, you look great in blue. They love Dr. Ian. He's coming up in just a second. So kick us off a little tune, my friend. Go ahead.
I can see her lying back in her satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you been creeping round my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in her loving is your first mistake. Sundown, you better take care. If I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning, when I'm losing again. You know, I didn't know the meaning of if I find you creeping around my back stairs. I didn't know the meaning of that till I was a grown man.
Here it is, bro. Here's the guitar. I wasn't kidding you.
Nice.
No string. My strings are gone since I'm 10 years old. I never parted with this guitar. I had my appendix out. I'll ask Dr. Ian about that, why we even have an appendix in a second, but this is the guitar.
Hey, I think everybody would agree when they say that I want you to restring that thing and learn to play Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald for us on one of the shows.
The legend lives on in the Chippewa. That's all I even remember. The Wreck of the Ed. And there was it's so damn good to know you. I mean, oh my God, what a song. Anyway, listen, are you ready for the main man right here?
I'm ready.
Because he's with us. He's live. He's got a huge show coming up. He's become the solo host of The Doctors. Right. I believe it's like the 13th season. Used to be a big panel. They said, you know what? We're going to get this guy, Dr. Ian, because he's so good looking and so good. And he's a Harvard graduate. We only need one host of the show. So there he is, the good doc.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, Doc?
Ian, how are you, pal?
Good. Nice singing. I liked it.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Acapella, no music. That's some real singing right there, man.
I try.
Dr. Ian, is there can you raise up the volume on your mic just a little bit or no?
Hold on. Let me see here. How's that? Yes.
Little better. Yeah, a little better.
Okay.
How you doing, pal?
I'm good. I'm wearing my G-Men.
Oh, nice.
All right. Nice.
So listen, man, this is let's talk. You know, we'll get to your history in a second, but what lies ahead of you is this monster of a show that's been on the air. You know, it's coming back for the 13th season, right? How did you work it to say, look, you only need one host, and that guy's me? You don't need this whole group of people. How'd you kick that in?
Hey, let me tell you something. When you least are looking for something, it's when something finds you.
Always.
I was in my garden, on my knees, with my gloves on, sweaty and dirty, and I got a text message from a number I didn't even recognize. And they said, hey, Dr. Ian, we think we have a great opportunity for you. Will you talk to us? Okay. So I called. It was my old executive producer from The Doctors. I was on for 1 year back in 2014.
Right.
And she said, listen, you know, we want to really change the show, the format. We want to get rid of the panel of doctors and focus on one or two people and then have medical experts come in, blah, 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 blah. We love you. Would you do it? Yeah. I mean, so that was on a Friday. On Monday, they were talking to my agent.
That's great, man. Great.
I didn't do anything. I had no say in anything. I just said, yes, thank you very much. It's a great opportunity. You know, Dr. Phil owns the show and his son Jay. Yep, Dr. Phil and Jay own it. And she said they love you and they think that you can do it. And I said, okay.
Is that Carla? Is that Carla Pennington?
Oh, so yeah. So Carla's not the EP. She's like the EIP. So Patty Ciano is the executive producer, and Carla is like, I guess, the executive in charge. Right.
Because they all actually also produce Daily Mail, Daily TV.
Yes.
Which was shot in the Pix 11 studios in New York, which is where I was for a long time. So that when they started, I was still there. Right. So I used to see Carla, and I never really saw Jay, who's Dr. Phil's son.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to see all those folks walking around, and it was a great operation there, man.
Yeah.
But listen, congratulations, bud.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, Doc. I was checking you out today, and your list of accomplishments is just out of this world. And first of all, you look like you're about 25, 30.
He does, right, Phil?
How you squeezed all this in. I mean, but you know, I mean, your background, your education is many, many years. I mean, master's, bachelor, graduated from medical school. I mean, you've written almost, yeah, doctor, almost 20 books. You know, you preach to the masses, reach out to them and talking about health related subjects like taking control of your health, getting fit. I mean, just living healthier. It seems like you've made it your life's mission to do this. And I mean, what motivated it? What started that?
You know, I grew up in a blue collar family in Connecticut. I had no dad. My mother was my mom and my dad. And when I was a little boy, I had a great relationship with my pediatrician, Dr. Goldman. And what I loved about it was that I felt comfortable with him. I felt like I could talk to him about things other than, I mean, of course, I wasn't sick as a kid. We'd go in for our regular school physicals, right, before school. But I just felt comfortable with him. And I said, wow, you know, he makes me feel comfortable. I could talk to him about stuff. And I said, one day I'd like to help people. I'd like to make someone else feel comfortable. And I always been curious. I always loved science and math. And so I was an academic geek, but I was also a big sports guy. And so I just love, you know, dissecting stuff. But really, I think what my career turned when I was working for WNBC in New York and NBC. And I got this gig while I was a resident, actually. I wasn't even finished training yet. And I started working on WNBC. And I realized I was having an impact on people's lives. Like, people would watch my newscast, my reports on the newscast, and they would email me and say, oh my goodness, I've had diabetes for 5 years and never understood it like you explained it. Now I get it.
Yeah.
And so I just really like to empower people of all races, of all walks of life, of all political persuasions. I like to help everybody because I feel like we have a short life here, all of us, right? And I want all of us to maximize our chance here on earth. I mean, I want everyone to be able to live their best life, to get the most out of it, because we all got to go at some point. And so I just feel good helping people.
So I was checking out your website, and a lot of people send in, they share their success stories, a lot of before and after photos. And I mean, I was reading some of those, and I mean, it made me feel good. So I can just imagine how it makes you feel.
Let me tell you something, guys. There is nothing better and more fulfilling when someone says to you, you changed their life. Like, literally, like that. Just I get weak every time someone says that to me. They've said it a lot, but I just feel this every time they say it's like the first time. It's like, I used to live in New York for a long time, right? When you land in New York, it feels like the first time every single time. The first, right? And I'm a New Yorker. So I just feel like every time someone says to me, hey, Dr. Ian, you really made a difference in my life, I just feel like, wow, this is why I do what I do. I just love it. It's addictive. It's addictive.
Yeah. Man. Doc, when were you at WNBC? Because I was there from 2009 to 2013.
I was there before you. So I was there from 1997 to about 2003.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a great time. I worked for the Today Show, for Nightly News, NBC Nightly News. I covered 9/11 when it happened, unfortunately, from 9/11, from the World Trade Towers and World Trade Center. And it was just, you know, it was just a great experience. WNBC was great.
Yeah.
A lot of good times in New York. I missed New York. I can still work in New York. You know, I go back. But yeah, I mean, my life I've been very blessed. And, you know, Phil, you mentioned all that stuff. I got to be honest with you. I don't really pay attention to stuff like that. When I was a kid, my coach in high school said, never read your own headlines. Never. He said, just keep doing what you're doing. Work hard. Try to be successful. And sometimes I get really choked up when I hear people say these things. I don't really think of it like that. You know, for me, it's like, okay, what's next up? What's next up? So, you know, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff.
See, and Doc, I'm just the opposite. Every time I have a little blurb or anytime my name's mentioned, I say, Phil, you're never going to believe this. I was just, Phil, look at Phil, no.
That's why he has the 2 Emmys on his desk right over his shoulder.
Don't talk about those. Come on.
I saw that, by the way. I saw that.
Doc, listen, man, you have a couple books. Let me pop them up here. You got a lot of, dieting and healthy eating books that you have done. Shred, Super Shred, the Shred Power Cleanse. You know, what's the key, you know, because we have so many people who are watching, they're asking questions right now, but what's the key, if you could summarize it in like a 30-second synopsis for us, what's the key to just staying lean and just looking good?
Right here.
Mental. It's all mental.
It's 80% mental. My last book is called Mind Over Weight. Here it is right here. This is my last book. It's too bright to see it probably, but there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little small book, by the way. Look how small it is. But let me tell you something. I wrote that book because I'm a sportsman first. Okay. And there's so much about life in sports. There's about competition, about failing and succeeding and working hard and all these things that I try to teach my kids about life. I make them play sports because that's what life is all about, right?
Yeah.
But what you learn in sports is the mental side of life. You learn, you know, how to stay focused. You learn how to be disciplined. You learn that when you're down in the fourth quarter and, you know, you still have a few minutes left on a clock, that you really can do it. You got to believe you can do it. And I tell my kids all the time, I said, listen, championships are won in practice, not in the game. The championships are won in practice, right? So it's how you practice and then you go to the field and you execute. Same thing with weight loss. Weight loss is all about how you get your mind focused. It's about, am I going to be disciplined? Am I going to make it a priority? And so in this last book, Mind Over Weight, I teach people how to find their motivation. How do you have discipline? How do you structure an environment, a positive environment, so you can succeed? So there's 7 steps in that book that I think are game changers for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's good. You know, a lot of times, you know, I'm out here in my man cave, and I'm retired now. I retired in April, but this is where I go. I've got my workout equipment out here, and you're right. I will sit. My rowing machine is my primary workout, and there's times when I'll sit on my rowing machine, look at my TV, and I'll sit on the rowing machine for about an hour, and I've got some websites that I go to. They're strictly for motivation purposes, and I'll look at that and I go, okay, it's time. Then I'll put the phone down and I'll start working it out. But you're right. I mean, it's all up here. You got to get it right up here.
Because think about it, guys. Most people know what to do. I mean, this isn't earth-shattering, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I've written so many books is because there's no one diet that fits everybody. So some people like my shred book. Some people like clean and lean, which is clean eating plus intermittent fasting. So different people like different things. So that's why I write so many different books. But the bottom line is people typically know what to do. It's really about how do you sit down and say, I'm going to take the first step. I'm going to do it. Not like it's a Tuesday. I'm going to start next Monday. No. Start Wednesday. There's nothing magical about Monday. Start now. So yeah. That's what I try to impart to people is you got to get out and just go get it. And by the way, you can't win the game from the sidelines. You got to be in the game, in the fight to win.
Absolutely, man. So listen, you're coming into this show. You're going to start shooting soon, right?
Already started.
Oh, you already started. So you're in Stamford, which is kind of up by where I shoot with WWE and CBS.
Yes, I drive by that, by the way.
The big building with the flag.
Yes.
Yeah, right off of 95.
Yes.
But what are viewers going to see, Doc, on the Doctors this season that might have been different from what they've seen over the last 12?
It's going to be a very different show. Number one, we are going to really set the tone for the country in a calm voice to talk about COVID and the pandemic and what the truth is. What are the scientifically based facts? Not what opinion, not what the politics are. What does the science say? So we have an understanding truth. So that's first of all, we're going to really give a nice, calm, researched voice about COVID. Secondly, we're going to inspire people. I mean, the theme of this year is take your power back. So many people are disillusioned. They're exhausted. They feel hopeless. And it's like, hold on, guys, hold on for a second. You actually have power still. So let's learn how to take that power back. There's some things you can't control.
Yeah.
The 3 of us here cannot control a vaccine. We don't know how long it's going to take. We can't control that. But there are things in our own lives that we can control. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to have some fun, by the way. The show's got to open up. It's not just about medical and health. It's about having fun. People need to laugh. So I'm going to have this segment where I have comedians come on and look at health from a kind of a levity standpoint.
Yeah.
We have this great segment called The Pivot, where I take people who changed in the course in their lives. Like we just had Bobby Brown, the makeup icon. And so she was on this past weekend, and she talks about how she went from here to there. So I think that's going to be inspirational.
Right.
We're going to have a book club, by the way. We're going to do a book club. Like and it's not going to be health books. We're going to read fiction, you know, because at this point in our where we are in the world and the country, we need escapism. We need to get lost in good stories, right?
Mhm.
So we're doing a book club. So we have so many great ideas. We have a big team. It's just going to be very fun and different.
And by the way, you know, you mentioned book club and fiction. You know, Phil, we can't move along without giving the doc props, because he's authored several books that are like here, The Blackbird Papers by Ian Smith. The guy does it all, Phil. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Look at all his accomplishments, and look at you and I. We're sitting here. We sing. We do celebrity quizzes and sitcom quizzes. He's curing everything, and we're just sitting here. You know, we're singing songs.
Yeah. But the only thing I write is my notes for the show, and that's about it, man. But hey, I got to tell you though, seriously, I mean, given all that, man, I mean, you inspire a lot of people. I want to thank you for that. You're making people healthy. You're making people live longer. I mean, literally. And that's very inspirational. And I, for one, and I know a lot of people do, we appreciate that a lot.
Can I just say this, guy? Listen, I'm no sage or anything, but here's, I think, one of the keys to life. You have to have a passion for something. You have to have passion. You have to follow your passion. And what I always do, and even if people look at me and say, that's a weird decision to make in my career, it's because I follow my passion. Because when I follow my passion, I don't have regrets. And it doesn't feel like work. Like for me, writing is wonderful. It's therapeutic. It's meditative. Yeah. So my new book just came out on Amazon. It's called The Unspoken. All right, this is it right here.
Oh, nice. Look at this.
And Amazon selected it as an Amazon first read. But here's the deal. I always wanted to write, I like crime fiction, okay? I always wanted to write a real solid character. A guy who was tough, who was smart, sarcastic, handsome, and a golf junkie. So I wrote this character. I wrote this character, and this guy is ex-CPD, Chicago Police Department. He's an ex-detective who now is a private investigator, and he takes on very select cases around Chicago. So Amazon picked it up as the Amazon first read thriller section, which is so amazing. But this is a passion of mine. I want to write a whole series. It got opted for a TV series. Hopefully Netflix or Amazon Prime will make it. But
nice.
My point is, you got to follow your passion. You got to follow your passion.
Yeah, see what I mean, man? I mean, again, I got to thank you because I'm retired Oklahoma City PD 29 years, man. So thank you for that. That's awesome. I don't play golf, but the rest fits.
when you read it, don't say, "Oh no, he got this wrong."
No.
Doc, listen, when you're shooting the show up in Stanford, if you ever need two examples of middle-aged men who are in prime physical condition, you could always have. Phil and I are ready to come on the show.
Hey guys, listen. I love having everybody on the show. You asked what's different. This show is going to be for the people, right? It's not what I think it's important. I want to bring everyone on the show because I feel like people need to have a say-so in what we're showing on the airway. You know this, Scott. So many times, the news directors and the EPs, they sit back and say, this is what we think is important, right?
Right.
No. Let's talk to the people. Let's ask them what they want to see.
Right.
And I think people want to meet interesting people like you guys and hear from you, right? They don't always want to see me. They want to see you guys come on the show. No doubt about it. You have an invitation to my show.
Thanks, buddy.
All you got to do is fly cross country to Stanford. It'll be great.
Hey, I can do that.
No, Phil, we'll take you Zoom. You Zoom right into us.
Yeah, they'll Zoom you right in.
Sweet.
Doc, so the show, when it starts airing later this month?
It airs September 21st, and it's across the whole country, so people need to look at their local listings for it. Please send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is at Dr. Ian Smith. Spell the doctor out, I-A-N Smith. Please use the blue check mark. That's me. Don't use the other fake imposters. It's crazy how people do that. Like, these people have been trying to fake me, and they're like giving people advice, medical advice, getting their numbers. It's like, what are people doing these days? I mean, anyway. So, send me a direct message. If you have a topic or, people want to come on the show, please, I welcome everyone to hit me up.
Last question before you go. I know you were a contributor to Rachel Ray for a long time.
Yes. Still am.
Is she a pain in the butt or no?
No. No. Rachel's like my work wife. We've been together for 13 years.
Yeah.
And her husband, John, is great. He's a great guitarist, by the way.
Yeah.
John he's a musician, by the way. But yeah, no, Rachel's like my work wife. She's awesome. We have so much fun. I was just on the phone. I'm taping their show next week.
Nice.
So no, she's great. She's fun. She works hard, man. She works so hard. But yeah, it's fun to do her show. And we're gonna miss the audience. No audience this year, guys.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, well, she's got plenty of watching though, because my wife and I, since we retired, my wife watches that show and she gets those recipes all the time, man. Yeah, she's great. She's great.
Yeah. So she's
Dr. Ian, listen, man, good luck. Congrats. Continued success on everything. You don't need good luck, but you're getting it anyway. Good luck with the show, man. We'll be watching. I can't wait to see how it looks.
Make sure you guys hit me up so you can come on the show, please. Okay.
Well, thanks, Doc. Appreciate you.
I'm right around the corner there in Stamford.
Be careful what you ask for. I'm gonna call you.
All right, you got it, my friend.
All right,
See you later, buddy.
Dr. Ian, thank you, pal.
So long.
Bye, bud.
Wow. Oh man, great guy. Great guy.
Imagine that, Phil. You get a text and bingo, your whole life changes, because in this business, you never know what the next phone call brings.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I didn't know he wrote that newest book about the cop and everything he was describing that cop. Good looking, sarcastic. It was all you. It's all me except for the golf part. Everything else was, to a T.
It's unbelievable. I mean, he is. I mean, listen, look, Harvard, Columbia, good looking guy, smart TV host, making good money. There have been so many times where I would be down, like, oh man, nothing's going. And 5 minutes later, my phone rings or I get a text and I'm like, life is good again. You never know, especially in the broadcasting business, when you know enough people that will think of you when things happen. And it just, listen, he's guy will be a superstar once the show.
Oh, he will. He already is. And he's just going to get bigger. And you think a guy like that would have a head this big, but he's just down to earth. He's friendly. Yeah. He's just a good guy.
Unreal. And still coming up, we got Eric the Trainer, as he goes by, a Hollywood celebrity trainer is Eric. And he knows them all. Phil, maybe we can get a few secrets from some of the rich and famous out there in LA. Should be pretty fun.
Yeah,
he'll be coming up in just a few minutes, Eric. And I know he's got some personality, but he's in our waiting room right now.
Sweet.
I didn't even put him up. He's making me laugh already. But before we bring him in, the ladies they're speaking out, and they're missing you on that Facebook page, which has been hacked, as we said. So give us a little something, summer concert series leading into Eric, and then we'll get back into the old interview. Dr. Ian already gone. He starts on the Doctor September 21st. We got Eric the Trainer coming up in just a second.
Sweet.
I think you guys are gonna like him. And I'm not sure what he's wearing on his head, but we'll bring him in just a second.
Okay.
Book ahead, my friend. The floor is yours.
Little Elvis. How about that? Don't. That's what you say each time that I hold you this way. When I feel like this and I wanna kiss you, baby, don't say don't leave my embrace, for here in my arms is your place. When the night grows cold and I wanna hold you, baby, don't say don't.
Oh, nicely done, my friend. Nicely done, my friend. Wise men say
only fools rush in.
Let's bring Eric into the show.
All right.
What's up? How are you?
Eric the
Good, buddy.
trainer,
How you
ladies
doing?
and gentlemen. Eric, how are you, pal? Are you about to get eaten by a lion? I wasn't sure.
You know, I've been watching a lot of The Lion King lately, and it's just on my mind. What can I tell you?
It's literally on your mind.
Woo, 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 woo.
Listen, I've
That's awesome,
seen
man.
guys with worse hair pieces than that.
Well, thank you. Arr.
How are you, buddy? What's going on?
I'm fantastic. I'll tell you, it's been an incredible time. This year, I have to tell you, this year has been the best year and the worst year of my life.
I can imagine, man. I can imagine. You're probably doing a lot of Zoom working out, personal one-on-ones, I would think.
Oh, yes. I mean, we have these big Zoom classes every single day, 5 days a week. We have people from all over the world that join us. It's called Morning Glory Live. Your viewers can check it out, morningglorylive.com. We have so much fun. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, Los Angeles time, every single day live. It's great.
Nice. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on. I want to put that up on the screen. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna put that up on the screen.
So that was so good, man. That was so good. You have a great voice.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. You know, I that's kind of how I got noticed by Scott. You know, I put my singing videos up on my Facebook page, and you know, I had a lot of hits, and I've been hacked.
He means 100 million, Eric, is what he means.
You know,
That's awesome. I can see why. He's a good-looking guy too. He deserves a lion hat.
I need one. But hey, speaking of singing, I was checking out. In fact, I downloaded it off of iTunes. Your single, "I'm Yours," dude.
Oh,
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you, man.
Tell me about because you had some pretty big hitters working on that with you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Listen, man, I grew up on a farm in Maine, so I come from a very humble background. It was a dream come true to work with a bunch of rock stars on a song that I actually wrote in my underwear on my couch during COVID. I wrote it about my new wife. I just got married. She's actually right here. Her name is Alicia.
Alicia.
Anyway, so I wrote a song called "I'm Yours," and basically what the song is about is no matter how many levels of success I have here in Los Angeles, she could care less. All she cares about is me. She loves me. So I wrote this song. I went in the studio and started to record it. And then my pals from Nickelback and Air Supply and Lifehouse joined me. It was so cool. We're giving all the money, though, from the single to charity.
Nice. Hey, I want to tell everybody out there, I went to Apple Music. I downloaded it, and you guys do the same because, I mean, number one, it's a great song. A lot of big artists in there, and I mean it goes to charity. So you guys go check it out. It's awesome.
Thank you, Phil. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Eric, listen. Before we continue, I noticed in one of the videos you had a shirt on that said "TONGHT Apparel."
Yes.
It's funny, and I didn't want to forget to bring this up because TONGHT Apparel, one of my wife's first boyfriends when they were kids. His first name is Scott. I can't remember his last name but he owns that company.
Right. Scott did. Yes.
Right. He did own the company that makes the TONGHT Apparel shirt. I've got a bunch of those shirts at the house. He used to send them to us.
Awesome.
Yeah. Scotty used to own that company, but I'll tell you this, what I mean, he owned, the Torque. He's got the supplements, right? He's doing amazing.
Yeah, Scott has done so well, and his latest project is actually a company called Wicked Cuts Beef Jerky, which is probably the best beef jerky I've ever had.
Yeah, it's like this high protein beef jerky, right, for workouts and whatnot.
Yeah, I took one bite, and look what happened. Boom!
Oh my God,
I need to get a bite of that.
Yeah.
So listen, man, you basically you started your career, as you said, you grew up in Maine, right? And you were this skinny guy who was getting bullied, thrown in lockers. And give us the story, man, of how you turned into this, celebrity trainer out in Hollywood.
I'll tell you, man, I'm a very lucky guy. I grew up in Maine on a farm. We had sheep, we had pigs, we even had a donkey. I moved to New York City after college and lived in Manhattan for 5 years. I loved it. It was so much fun. I was a personal trainer working in the city.
Yeah.
And then I moved out to California, to Los Angeles, specifically to learn from the great Jack LaLanne. He was my mentor.
Oh, remember Jack LaLanne?
Yeah, he was the very, very best. And
Yeah.
to this day, his wife and I are still very close friends. She's 94 years old and still works out every day. Anyway,
Wow.
but besides music, when you're a trainer and I've spent almost 30 years in the gym helping people look and feel their best. There are really only three things you can do. You can listen to cool music, you can wear cool sneakers and wear cool t-shirts. So I started writing songs on the guitar just to take my mind away from fitness at the end of a long day. And those songs turned into the new group Maine Monster, and which is my nickname because I'm from Maine. There aren't a lot of guys out here in Los Angeles from Maine, trust me. And so it's been a great time. And our first single, like you said, is called "I'm Yours," and then our next single that comes out in about 3 weeks is actually a collaboration with Arnell from Journey. The lead singer of Journey sings with me on the chorus. It is a huge song. I can't wait to play it for you guys.
Wow. Nice.
That's unbelievable, man.
So, that money from I'm Yours, you say, is going to charity. I was reading up on you today, and dude, you love to give back, and it's very inspiring because, I was reading that during the pandemic, you helped organize food for the frontline health workers. How did that come about?
Here's the thing, man. I'm usually a very jovial, happy guy, but in times of crisis, when real darkness sets in, I think it's our responsibility to step up and help others. Because, during a crisis situation, many people find themselves emotionally or psychologically paralyzed.
Yeah.
And the world has been very good to me. I mean, the fact that I wake up every day and I don't have to shovel out a sheep's pen, I'm one lucky guy. I see palm trees instead. So the first thing I did was I called my friends and my partners over at Quest Nutrition, and I said, I want to go into the hospitals. I want to give back to these doctors, these nurses, these healthcare workers that have done so much for us. So we delivered food, we gave them lunch, we gave them Quest bars. I brought a bunch of my celebrity friends with me. I brought the White House chef with me. I brought some of the guys from Nickelback. I brought some top Hollywood actors. It was really terrific, and it went really well. And people said, oh, Eric, that's such a great thing to do. And I said, you know what? That's a small thing to do. I want to do more. So we organized a giant charity concert called the Mother's Day Need to Feed Spectacular. It was huge. It was on Mother's Day, and Nickelback headlined it. So Nickelback played, Air Supply played with the singer from Journey. There were all kinds of amazing musicians from every walk of life, Cirque du Soleil performers. It was a huge spectacle. And in that one day, we raised enough money to buy over 270,000 meals for hardworking American families. It was a great day.
Wow, man. And you're constantly giving back. And did I also read that on your website, your fitness website, you also offered free exercise classes for people who were cooped up during the pandemic?
I did. What happened was when we went on lockdown here in Los Angeles, all the gyms shut down and they told everyone, stay at home. It was a stay at home order. And I thought to myself, what can I do to help in this capacity? And then I realized the one thing that I have that's valuable, different than anyone else, is my ability to motivate and inspire people to look and feel their best. I'm a good trainer. I've been a trainer for almost 3 decades, first in New York, now in Los Angeles. And so I started these online Zoom fitness classes several times a day, 6 days a week. And we got up to the thousands of people from around the country and around the world working out with us. And I would play them little songs on the guitar, and we used puppets. I mean, the puppets were actually one of the most popular parts of the show. And actually, I think there's a puppet here right now.
Hey, how are you? My name is Obadiah.
Anyway,
anything from Shrek, by the way.
I know, man. I know. Anything I could do to make people smile during a very sad time, anything I could do to help them exercise, I was determined to help out. And it was actually a very rewarding time.
That's awesome, man. And I'm sure you heard it many times, but I'll say it again. Thank you. Thank you for what you do.
Well, listen, man, I needed you on my show to sing because I like your voice. Ow, ow.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Eric, Nickelback takes a lot of crap on the internet. I think those guys are phenomenal, man.
I love Nickelback. Yeah.
I love those guys. And let me tell you, everyone that always cuts down Nickelback always hum their songs to themselves.
Really? Yeah.
Autograph.
Yeah. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
That's right.
Right?
Hey, I want to be a rock star.
Right. Yeah, we all just want to be a big rock star. I love some of those. Those are good workout tunes.
They're great workout tunes, man. I've done many bicep curls to those songs. You can't even imagine.
You know what's the lyrics I love the most, because it almost reminds me of high school, because that's what they're talking about in the Photograph song. When he said, he goes, Kim's the first girl I kissed the first time. Right. Something I nearly missed. First, right. I nearly missed. It's just such a great tune, man.
And those guys are amazing individuals, and they really stepped up at a time where a lot of people were kind of freaked out and not doing anything. I called them, as a guy who trained some of the members of the band. I said, look, I'm doing this thing, and I would love it if you guys felt it was okay to play. And they said, we're headlining this thing. And they were so supportive. They were incredible. I can't thank them enough. They're my favorite Canadians.
Yeah. Nice.
And then you're throwing around Air Supply. Jesus, I'm all out of love.
I'm so lost without you. I know. Amazing. Yeah, the drummer, if you guys listen to the song I'm Yours, which you can do on every streaming platform, the drummer from Air Supply is playing those drums. Amazing.
Oh, baby.
Hey, I'll say it again. Everybody who's listening, I got mine on Apple Music, but go to whatever streaming service, download I'm Yours. It's awesome. It's awesome.
When I would, when I was doing sports here in New York, and I would have, you'd have a great glove play out on a baseball field. If I was doing the highlight, I'd bust out. One of the songs would be "Making Glove Out of Nothing at All." Grab one over the wall.
That is awesome.
Air Supply's the best, man. Air Supply and REO Speedwagon, they always tour together. Those two bands, right back to your childhood.
It's true. Every song that they sing. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, it's great, man.
Heard it from a friend.
Oh, the best. Another, you've been messing around. Oh, that's great. We'll be singing that tonight.
Excellent.
The other thing I read was, I think it said for your 40th birthday, you knocked out about 40,000 push-ups.
I did, man. I was learning directly from Jack LaLanne, and you have to understand, someone like Jack LaLanne, even though he was in his 90s, is such an impressive figure. And I wanted to do some sort of feat of strength, but he was a great swimmer. He used to shackle his hands together and his feet and pull 70 boats. When I jump in the water, I sink. I'm too muscular. And so, but I'll tell you, I love doing push-ups. So to celebrate my 40th birthday, I did 40,000 push-ups to raise money for charity. It was an incredible event.
But wait, all in one clip, 40,000? How'd you do that?
No, I did 1,000 per day for 40 days in a row. Oh. And on the final day, including 1,000 live on television where they interviewed me. And on the final day, I went to the Sheriff's Academy here in Los Angeles, the Sheriff's Academy, and I did the 1,000 with the cadets. It was a great day.
Jesus, 1,000. I'm saying, okay, like I do 50 in one. I'm like, oh baby, I'm the man. But you did 1,000 at a clip.
Listen, man, when I come back to the East Coast, this Lion's doing push-ups with you.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do that, man. That's amazing.
Wow.
Morning Glory Live every morning at 11 a.m. Pacific. So that's 2 o'clock here.
Actually, it's at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific.
Oh, Pacific. I got the wrong thing going up there. And where can people see that?
It's actually broadcast worldwide on Zoom. But if you want to sign up for it, if you go to morningglorylive.com, you can sign up for it, or you can go to my website, which is ericthetrainer.com. And I promise you will love the music, the exercise, the puppets, the celebrity guests. It is a great time.
Yeah, well, listen, man, your personality is infectious. It makes you want to, whatever it is, 10 a.m. Pacific, morningglorylive.com or ericthetrainer.com. It's Scotty James. His name is last name is Scott. My wife will, she's like, I can't believe you couldn't remember his name. Yeah, Scott was her first boyfriend in high school.
Was he really? He's a great guy. He and Uriah Faber, the UFC Hall of Famer, they started to work together, and they brought me in, and I'm a big fan of both of those guys.
Yeah, and funny because Scotty also, I'm with WWE as well, and he's good friends with Triple H, who's the head honcho. And I know he's constantly donating money to cancer funds, and just a great guy. He made when my wife introduced, I want you to meet my first boyfriend, Scott James. He was working at a bagel store in Newburgh, New York.
Really?
Little town in Newburgh, New York. He either owned the store or he was working at the store. And next thing you know, Scotty's he's got supplement companies and workout companies, and I mean, doing financially amazing and selling, buying, and then he keeps coming up with new ideas, man, and it's phenomenal.
He's a brilliant guy and a sweetheart too.
Yeah, such a nice guy.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, I got to tell you, man, you just watching you and talking to you, it's making me antsy because you're such a bundle of energy, and you motivate people and you inspire people. And after the show, I'm going to hit my workout gear and knock out about an hour and a half.
That's awesome, man. I'll meet you. Listen, I come to New York for work sometimes, so I'd love to come meet up with you guys and grab a big workout sometime.
Or a beer and a burger instead.
Hey, that sounds good too.
Eric, you're the man, bud. Listen, it's great having you on. Real quick, when you were little, what prompted you to get the whole workout bug going? What got you into that?
Honestly, growing up on that farm in Maine, we didn't have a lot of TV stations to watch. And so I read a lot of comic books, and sort of that amazing fantasy world of comic books and superheroes.
Yeah.
I actually thought that's the way men were supposed to look. Then I became an adult and I realized most people don't look like the Incredible Hulk or Superman or Spider-Man. But I was determined to be the guy who took normal people and made them look and feel extraordinary. I've dedicated my entire career to that. It's almost 30 years. And I love it, man. I have my own gym here in Los Angeles called the ETT Mecca in Hollywood. And we have the best actors, the best rock stars, even celebrity chefs join us. We work out every day. It's so much fun.
Nice.
You know what, man? I was doing really well in the workout category at, we have a Lifetime Fitness right around the corner, which is a huge place. They have everything. And once the pandemic hit and I was back home, and I just kind of like, I just lost my oomph to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, I know you could do push-ups and sit-ups, but I'm just like, without the machines and the stretching and this, I went from hero to zero over the last few months, but the gym just started opening up. And once, we'll give it a little time with the pandemic and everything, I think now's probably a great time to go because nobody's going. You have the whole place to yourself.
Absolutely.
I got to get back on that train because you just feel 100 times better working out every day.
Well, Scott, here's the good news. I just moved into a new house and we have a beautiful guest room. You're coming to stay, baby. We're working out every day. We're eating protein. We're going to work out every day, and I'm going to lend you my hats. I have an
I just want a trip to LA, Phil. I'm heading out.
Heck yeah,
awesome, man. So cool.
Eric, you're the man, buddy. We love you, pal. Listen, you got to come back on again, all right?
I'd love to, man. Thank you again for having me on, and best wishes to all your listeners. Thanks again, and thank you, Phil. Great lungs you got there. Ow,
thanks, Eric. Nice to talk to you, buddy. We'll see you later.
Take care, man. Take care. Thank you.
Take care, buddy. What a great guy, right?
I just want to go run like 10 miles now.
Oh man, he's infectious, boy. If
if
he was living in my house, Phil, I'd be an animal.
Yeah, I mean, it's no wonder he is such a success at being a trainer, because you get around him for 5 minutes and all you want to do is just keep moving.
So I mean, come on. When I saw him come on with that hat on the bottom, I saw him coming up. I just started laughing. I said, all right, this guy's going to be fantastic. And what he makes me want to do? He makes me want to sing, heard it from a friend who, heard it from a friend who, heard it from another, you've been messing around. They say you got a boyfriend, you're out late every weekend. They're talking about you and it's bringing me down. Oh, Phil, I just got some unbelievably sad news. Just came across my phone.
Uh-oh.
Tom Seaver has passed away.
Oh, man.
The greatest New York Met of all time. Tom Seaver, 14 years ago, dead at 75. Man, I was a huge Mets fan growing up here in New York. I still am, but, as a kid, Tom Seaver was unbelievable.
I just I've got a collection of baseball cards, about 200 or 300 baseball cards that I've had since I was like 10 years old, and I've got some Tom Seavers in there, and I was just looking at those the other day.
Yeah.
Wow, that's too bad. That's too bad.
Yeah, they said he was he had some illness problems, but you kind of forget, and there it is. So, but let's get back to our singing. Tom Seaver, rest in peace, my friend. And I'm sure we'll be talking about that on the sports stations all night long tomorrow. But
yeah, just well, in fact, I just Googled that, and that's sure enough, man. Tom Seaver, the greatest Met of all time, dies at 75.
But how about Eric, man? That guy, he's up there, right?
Yeah, it's yeah. I'm like I say, I'm still pumped, and
I like how he goes, "Here's my wife."
he about jerked her shoulder out of socket. Look over here, come here.
God, it's so funny, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I bet it's a good time in that house all the time.
Where was I? You take it on the run, baby. If that's the way you want it, baby, then I don't want you around.
Bow, bow, bow.
I don't believe it.
Not for a minute.
You're under the gun, so you take it on the run. Man, all those songs just remind me of my high school days, you know?
Yeah, I know, man. That's when I was I grew up in Moore, Oklahoma, and the big drag there was 12th Street. And yeah, I mean, that's what it was. We'd drive up and down 12th Street. And go around the old Sonic there and go back down, and just that's all you did all night. And you would hear Air Supply and Eddie Money. Yeah, REO Speedwagon.
I can't fight this feeling any longer, and yet I'm still afraid to let it show. What started out, Phil, as friendship has grown stronger. I only wish I had the strength to let it show.
Take it on the run, baby.
Is that the same song?
I don't know. Is it?
Tell myself that I can't hold out forever. Hold on. Let me get to the chorus. You say there is no reason for my fears, but I feel so secure when we're together. I only wish I had the strength. Oh, no, it's I can't fight this feeling. And I can't fight this feeling any longer. Yet I'm still afraid to let it flow. What started out as friendship has grown strong. You know, taking on the run is, that's different, right?
You know,
heard it from a friend who, right? I also like, yeah, don't you know it's time for me to fly? I can't just set myself free. Time for me to fly. REO and Air Supply. Wow.
Yeah.
Those are two groups that usually tour together in the summertime.
Yeah. If you know, you're from my period.
Yeah, you're a little older than I am.
Yeah, and who was Cheap Trick was a big one. I want you to want me. I need you to need me. I'm
begging you to beg me. I love you to love me. Shine up the golden shoes. Put on a brand new shirt.
Yeah, all those songs we listened to when dragging 12th Street back in the day. It's
how about remember who's this? Mama always told me not to look into the eyes of the sun, but Mama, that's where the fun is. Ding 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 ding.
And you remember the big controversy was wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night.
Is he saying douche? Was he saying douche in that song?
Yeah. That's where we all ever sang it, though. And
you were blinded by the light.
And of course, you remember this biggie.
Man.
Oh, my little pretty one, my pretty one. When you gonna give me some time, Sharona? Ooh, you make my motor run, my motor run. Got it coming up the line, Sharona. Never gonna stop. Give it up. Such a dirty mind, I always get it up. For the touch of the younger kind. My, woo! My,
little knack for you.
Yeah. But,
did they have any songs?
I think they were a one-hit wonder. You know, that song went gold in like 10 days or something crazy like that.
And then you had the romantics. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. You tell me that you love me. You tell me. Do you sing Crazy Love?
Crazy.
You know that song?
Crazy Love?
Yeah.
Which one?
Dorothy says, we want to hear Crazy Love, she wrote. Crazy Love.
Crazy Love. Yeah, that's my song, and which is still available on iTunes, by the way.
Oh, right. That's your song. Yeah.
I want to hold you in my arms and feel you close to me. I want to stay with you tonight, baby, and be your fantasy. Girl, you know I need your love. I need it like I need to breathe. But you don't want none of that, baby. All you want to do is give me crazy love, crazy love. All you want to do is give me crazy love, crazy love, crazy love. All you want to do is give me crazy love. Yep, still available on Apple Music. Go check it out. Crazy Love, Philip Paz.
You sure that hasn't been hacked too?
Yeah. Who knows, man? You know that was such a hassle. I had to. I was afraid the guy got into my computer, so I've had to change bank accounts, this, that, and the other. It's such a pain, such a pain.
All right, I got a little sitcom trivia I want to hit you with right now.
Okay.
Let's see how you do. You ready? I was going to have you play this against Big Show last night. I wanted to hit you with a couple of questions. Remember the show Welcome Back, Kotter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Gabe Kotter returns to Buchanan High School to teach the Sweat Hogs. Name for me the 4 main Sweat Hogs.
Vinny Barbarino.
Bob Barbarino.
Horshack.
Horshack's 2.
Washington.
Freddie Boom Boom Washington is 3.
Who's that? Oh,
you got one more.
yeah. Let's see. Barbarino, Horshack, Washington. Barbarino, Horshack. Oh yeah, the Puerto Rican dude, Epstein.
Juan Epstein. Always had his mother always wrote him a note. Juan Epstein.
He would get sent to the principal's office, and he would always come out with a cup of coffee.
and yo, Mr. Carter. Right. Oh man, I remember the first time that show came on. It was great. Everybody forgets the middle child. Who is the second daughter on the Brady Bunch?
Second daughter, Jan.
Nicely done, my friend. Who are the other 2?
Jan. Let's see, Jan. Oh, my nose. What's her name?
Oh, my nose. Oh, my nose.
Let's see, Jan. Oh, I cannot. I watched that show 1,000 times.
Mom always said never play ball in the house.
Jan, Marcia, and
hit it. Come on.
Jan, Marcia.
Marcia.
I can't think of the little girl's name.
God, dude, you're killing me.
Jan, Marcia.
She had the sniffles. They couldn't go on vacation because she had the sniffles.
Jan, Marcia, and
a lot of folks are writing it in. They're screaming at you.
I'm having a brain toot.
Cindy. Come on.
Oh, man.
Do you remember? I'll give you for bonus points. The Brady Bunch had a little cousin named what? Bad Luck. He had the white mop top hair, the blonde mop top hair. It was cousin what?
Peter.
Oh, sorry, Phil. Peter's the middle child on the boys' side. Cousin Oliver.
Yeah, I don't remember watching that one.
Oh, every time he showed up, all the dog tiger escaped. Things were breaking in the house. You ready? I'll be very impressed with you if you get this one.
Okay.
Hello, world. There's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. What show?
The Partridge Family.
Nicely done, my friend. Fonzie's real name on Happy Days, the character's real name.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody's still yelling Oliver on here.
Fonzie's
Fonzie's real name, not his character's name on Happy Days was what?
Let's see. Henry Winkler's the actor. Oh shoot.
You giving up on that one?
Bill Taylor.
Arthur Fonzarelli.
Oh, what the heck?
Come on, Bill.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. Charlie's Angels. Farrah, Jacqueline Smith, Linda Carter, Cheryl Ladd. Which one of those names does not belong?
Say it again.
Farrah, Jacqueline Smith, Linda Carter, Cheryl Ladd.
Linda Carter.
Nicely done. She played
Wonder Woman.
Very good, my friend. Cheryl Ladd came into the Suki and Scott morning show on Pix 11.
Oh, really?
Oh, boy, I almost fainted.
Oh, my gosh. I was so in love with her.
Like, do you realize I had posters of you in my room? All right, couple more. You ready? The Jeffersons. George Jefferson started what business after winning $5,000? On up
A laundromat.
to the east side. You're close, but can't accept it. To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Laundromat.
On up. It wasn't a laundromat, but take it up a notch. A little classier. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. People they're yelling it right now to you, Phil.
Golly.
On up.
To the east side of
Not
deluxe.
a laundromat, but
A clothing store.
not a clothing store, but in the middle of laundromat and clothing store is
I give up.
a dry cleaner, Phil. The dry cleaner.
That's not a laundromat.
No, that's not a laundromat. Laundromat's where you go in, you do your own laundry.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Couple more. Fellow by the name of Steve Austin was the lead character in what show?
The $6 Million Man.
Nicely done, my friend. Sanford and Son.
Red Fox.
Fred Sanford's son on the show's name was?
Lamont.
Nicely done. On November 13th, this man was asked to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife.
The Odd Couple.
Which one?
Not Unger. Felix.
That is Unger. Felix.
Felix
Unger.
Felix.
On November 13th, Felix Unger was asked to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife. With nowhere else to go, he turned to the home of his childhood friend, Oscar Madison, who several years earlier had also been kicked out by his wife. And two divorced men living together. Last one. Okay. You remember All in the Family?
Mm-hmm.
The opening song. Boy, the way Glenn Miller played, right?
Boys like us, we had it made.
Song was Those Were the Days. What president is mentioned in that song?
Herbert Hoover.
Nicely done, my friend.
My mom and dad watched that show every time it came on.
Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. What a great show, right?
Yeah. That show would not fly in today's politically correct society.
It would come on one week, it would have been canceled the next. All right, let's finish it out, my friend. What do you want to do? Let's do one more before a little good night, sweetheart.
How about a little Dion DiMucci? I don't know if you remember this one. Oh, I love a girl and a Ruby is her name. Hear me talking now. This a girl don't love me, but I love her just the same. What I say? Oh, Ruby, Ruby, I'm a want you like a ghost. I'm gonna haunt you. Oh, Ruby, 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 will you be mine sometime? Oh, each time I see you, baby, my heart cries. Oh, yes, it does, Ruby. I tell you, I'm gonna steal you away from all those guys. Are they wise? Hey, 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 from the happy day I met you. Now I made a bet that I was gonna get you. Ruby, 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 will you be mine? Yeah.
Nice. Dion, the Belmonts.
And their new single, Time for Me to Fly.
Let's see what else. I've been around for you, been up and down for you.
I've been around for you, been up and down for you, but I just can't get any relief. I've swallowed my pride for you, lived and lied for you, but you still make me feel like a thief.
Better shut it off before they shut us down.
You got me stealing your love away, 'cause you never give it, peeling the years away. I don't know the tune.
You got me stealing your love away, 'cause you never give it. What's the next lines?
Peeling the years away, and we can't relive it. I make you laugh.
And you make me cry. Oh, don't you know it's time for me to fly?
Time for me to fly.
I've got to set myself free.
I think it is time to fly, man.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Nobody got locked out tonight. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say Phil.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night.